Hello, Malcolm here, and welcome to Quiet Time Coaching. This is episode 411, and our title, Christianity Isn't Tennis, It's Rugby. Let me explain. So I recently returned from a teaching weekend workshop with our sister congregation in Tallinn, Estonia, and the theme was spiritual growth, as seen through the lens of 1 Thessalonians. And one of the sub-themes was growing together in community. For example, chapter 5, verses 12 to 15, full of these community, expressions of community and helping each other to grow. It talks about acknowledging those who work hard among you. They care. They care for you. They admonish you. Hold them in highest regard in love because of their work, and live in peace with each other. Urge you, brothers and sisters, warn the idle and disruptive, encourage the disheartened, help the weak, be patient with everyone, making sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, striving to do what is good for each other and for everyone else. What do we learn about spiritual growth here? How does this apply to our relationship with God? Well, everything in that text is about community. Certainly it's appropriate to value those who lead, but the responsibility for the congregational well-being is shared by every member. The instructions given there are not only to those who have some kind of admonishing role. It's one another. I was struggling to articulate this in Tallinn in my Sunday sermon when it occurred to me that Christianity is more like, in this sense, rugby than tennis. Now, this is by far from a perfect analogy, so forgive where it doesn't fit, but I was just trying to describe something that I know is real and is there in the scripture. And so what I was trying to get across here is that in our fellowship, to help each other grow, help each other with our progress towards Christ-likeness, we're not lobbing ideas across a net at each other. So I think this, and then, oh no, but I think that. But well, I think that, but no, I think that. Well, have you thought about this? Well, have you thought about that? It's not so much we're trading ideas, but more that we're working in close cooperation with one another to achieve a goal, and that goal being growth in Christ-likeness. If you've ever played tennis or rugby, you'll know the difference. I've played both. I've enjoyed both. It's beyond me now at my stage of life and perhaps more my physical condition. But you know, if you've played rugby, or at least perhaps having watched it, that you don't get anywhere as a team unless everyone is committed to the same aim. This is where my illustration breaks down a bit, because rugby is not about a fight with other people, but it's more about the teamwork element. 15 people working together with a common aim. You can't leave gaps. And if our congregations are determined to help each other to grow in Christ-likeness, then individually and collectively we will make progress. It's a team sport. That's more the point. It doesn't have to be rugby. It's not an individual thing. We take individual responsibility, but we don't play individually. It will do us good to make sure in our fellowship that we're talking about God with one another and helping each other in community, and not just one person, maybe not even just two, but having a number of friends that we talk about God with, talking about God as Father, as Son, as Spirit, asking ourselves and discussing not only with one other person, but perhaps in groups, what are we learning? What is God teaching us? How have we noticed Him at work in our lives? These could be good conversation starters in small groups. Jesus talked a lot about His Father in a group setting with His disciples, with men and women, the men disciples and people like Mary and Martha and others. And the Apostle Paul is almost annoying at how often he references the Godhead in his letters written to congregations, groups of people. How about us? Are we shy of talking about God with one another, especially in a group? I would say it would do us good to practice more of this close cooperation and play the Christian game a bit more like rugby than tennis. What do you think about these ideas? leave me a comment. Why not? Leave a comment on this topic and leave it publicly where we can learn from each other, because we learn best when we're learning in community, which is my point today. If you've got any questions about the Bible, drop me a line, malcolm@malcolmcox.org. And if you sign up for my newsletter at the website, malcolmcox.org, I will send you my free ebook on spiritual disciplines. By the way, I've just posted up on that website my Thessalonians workbook or booklet you may find helpful. If you know anybody that might benefit from this, please pass the link on. And I do hope and pray that as you play the Christian game, that you'll find it isn't so much tennis, but rugby, working together, cooperating with your brothers and sisters to help each other grow. That's indeed how we become more Christ-like. Till the next time, take care and God bless.